Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you. So today's episode is episode 2, Tesla Model S 60 and 60D. This is the range discussion. So since I live in the Midwest, areas where you're going to get snow, the recommendation should always be dual motor. Matter of fact, you get a little bit more range with the dual motor too. So, I definitely recommend getting a dual motor configuration. So, with it being the 60 kilowatt hour battery pack, you're going to get a range between 208 and 218 miles. Now, of course, I'm going to recommend at least 250, especially if you're in colder climates. And when we get to that point in this discussion, you'll understand why I recommend 250 plus miles. So Tesla recommends charging the vehicle from don't let it get lower than 20% and 80%, but you can also do 20 to 90. You'll still get, again, these rules are for precaution. If you're living where you can plug the car in, you're not going to have a lot of issues with that. Because it's not like you're going to go to a gas station all the time. So if you drive relatively on the average, they say 15,000 miles a year, which is like 33 miles a day round trip. So these numbers aren't a big issue. So if you do 20 to 80% between the two versions, you'll have 124.8 to 130.8. So about 6 miles difference in the range. At 20 to 90%, you're looking at 145 to 152.6. Cold weather. Again, since I live in an area where it can get cold and get down really cold, you're looking at about a 40% loss of battery capacity, which in the case of 208 puts you down to about 124.8 and 130.8, and that's at 100%. Now the range will still say 200 some miles, but with that cold temperature, you're going to run the heater, you're going to run all sorts of stuff, plus the cold weather's just not going to let you get the range you want. Now, I guess if you're in the car by yourself and you got heated seats, heated steering wheel, you might not turn the heater on if you don't need to. Now, if you're cold-blooded, you might do that. So again, with the 2080, you're looking at 74.88 and 78.4. At 2090, you're looking at 87.36 and 91.56 miles with that 40% loss. Another thing you have to put into factor, the battery will degrade over time. And once that battery gets down to about 70%, down maybe, I don't think you can get below 70%. At 70% battery capacity, the car's probably, unless you've just abused it, you're speeding in it, you're launching it, you're supercharging every time you turn around, you will lose range. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard that, but a lawnmower's going by, so I paused it for a second. So you can lose 1%, say every 15 to 25,000 miles. I get these numbers from, there's a car that has like 250,000 miles and it's lost 10% of its is battery degradation. So figure about 15,000 to 25,000 miles, you'll probably lose 1%, give or take. So at 1%, clearly you're going to lose some range. I mean, a car that gets 208 to 218 miles is going to lose about 2 miles, say, every year maybe, if you drive it more. Now, I Uber, so there's a pretty good chance I'll lose 1% a year, maybe even a slight bit more. Sorry about that. So let's go with charging. If you plug into a regular 110 outlet and your car went down to empty, you're looking at 64.5 hours. That's what the things that I Googled were saying. At 110 outlet, you're looking at 10 hours to charge. And if you supercharge from empty to 50%, you're looking at about 20 minutes. 40 minutes to get to 80% charge. Now again, supercharging will degrade the battery over time, and Tesla has set up to where if you're charging all the time on their superchargers, eventually they're going to throttle it back, because again, no one wants to have to replace a 10. Right now I'm hearing $128, $127 per kilowatt. So, well, let's look at that. 127 times 10 would be 1270. So I mean, you're looking at thousands. You're looking at thousands of dollars. So yeah, we don't want to have to replace the battery at all. It's like replacing a motor in your car. Now again, if you're doing everything that you're supposed to be, you should be good. You should be good and everything. So I mean, as I look at the numbers again, since I Uber, this car here is not an option. If you look at the stats here that I've got set up and everything, I don't know if that's backwards or not. Don't know if I should have done that. It's probably upside down for you guys. So again, for me, I would do 2090. So I would get, with the dual motor, I would get 152.6 miles, which again, since I do Uber and I only do it part-time, I probably 24, maybe 26,000 miles. So I'm at the pause again. All right, I'm back, guys. So now I wanted to walk you through some stuff here, and I don't know. I'm just going to do the explain what they're. So I got this app called a Better Route Planner, and it's for EV cars and everything, and it shows you, hey, let me go to this this destination. So for me, I wanted to say, hey, from Kansas City, actually more from Independence, Missouri to St. Louis, what would that trip look like in the dual motor 60? Now I went with, let's say I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning. So before we go into it, the trip will take you 4 hours and 49 minutes. You will drive 3 hours and 44 minutes, and you'll spend an hour and 5. Now, for the sake of argument, I'm going to add 10 minutes to that, because you end up in St. Louis with 20% charge. So So as I leave, 6 o'clock in the morning, 100% charged. I'm going to drive for 1 hour and 53 minutes or 117 miles to Columbia, Missouri. And from 7:53 to, again, since I'm adding 10 minutes, it'll be 9:08, 9:10, rough estimate. The planner says I showed up with 24% and I left with 93. That's why I'm going to stay the extra few minutes. Let's charge it up. Now, where it gets interesting, now the app only charges me to 93%. Again, I'm going to charge to 100%. Because I'll get into St. Louis based on that at 27% instead. Which again, I'll drive another 1 hour and 51 minutes or 119 miles. 2 more miles. Which puts me in St. Louis, would put me in St. Louis at 11 o'clock. Figure the actual trip's going to be a 5-hour trip for 3 hours and 45 minutes of driving. So kind of with that car kind of messed up and everything, I think. So I wanted to, let's say I was going to Chicago. Let's make it a longer trip. So Chicago, Cook, Illinois. Let's do this. It's going to be a little bit longer trip. I wanted to give you some more ideas. Now it gives you kind of some different routes, but we're going to stick with the one it gave me first. So you leave again, Independence, Missouri's supercharger at 6 o'clock. Get into Columbia. We don't need to go through that. But because we're going farther, it'll have us stop at St. Charles, Missouri about 99 miles later. They're saying 2090. Again, I may adjust that. I may stay a little longer to charge the 100% because it's having you go that high anyway. Okay. You'll drive another 1 hour and 50 minutes, 114 miles. Ephraim, Illinois. They're saying they're going to charge you to 70%. Now I'd go to 80. I'd still stick with 80. I mean, why stop so quick on that? Again, I'd rather have a little bit more range. And of course, this app lets me adjust some of that stuff. Let me get some water here. Sorry about that, guys. So I'd charge it to 80%. Then I would go to Champaign, Illinois. It's saying I'm going to stop for 17 minutes. Again, I'm not going to do that because I'm at 49% when I leave now. Let's get the full 100%, guys. Gilman, Illinois. I think that's Gilman. Again, stops me for 41 minutes. I'm going to go a little further because they're charging me the 73%. Now, actually, I may not have to do that. And Gilman gets me 47 miles away from... They charge me, like I said, the 73%. And I get into Chicago, Cook, Illinois at 6 p.m., which would probably be more like 7. And that's the thing with these cars. They show you the price of what it could cost you: $8.25, $4.45, $7.82, $7.58, $6.41. So not bad pricing and everything. But again, some of these cars have free supercharging. I can't tell you whether yours will or not. I know that the Model 3s and the Model Ys, you're probably not going to get that. A good chunk of Model S's and X's will most likely have free supercharging. There may be a handful that don't. I know some of the more top end, the newer Teslas, I believe, the Model S's and X's do come with free supercharging. A perk is for spending $100,000 is basically what it rounds up to being. I mean, $100,000 cars, a good amount of money, and plus they don't make a lot of them. It's like Model 3, they make a lot of those cars, so you can't really give free supercharging to your cheaper, lower priced cars. So I want to thank you guys. Have a good day. And again, when I post this, it'll have my referral link. I'll mention a better route planner. So if you want to get access to a better route planner for your EVs, it'll be good. Have a good day. And if you don't, you can look at what it would be like doing a road trip in an electric car. Have a good day. Bye-bye.